In 2017, a billionaire investor met a young, barefoot CEO for just 12 minutes. At the end of that meeting, he handed him $4.4 billion. 2 years later, that same company was worth $47 billion. And then, in just 6 weeks, it almost completely collapsed. This is the insane story of WeWork. How did renting out office desks become a $47 billion fantasy? And how did one man's ego nearly burn it all down? Stay with me. In 2010, two friends started a simple business in New York. Rent a big building, split it into cool, modern offices, and rent those desks to startups and freelancers. That's it, just renting desks. But the founder wasn't selling desks. He was selling a dream. He called WeWork a physical social network, a place to build community, change the world, even in his words, elevate the world's consciousness. For renting desks, and people believed him. But hidden inside the dream was a fatal flaw. WeWork signed long-term leases on buildings, locked in for years, but it rented those desks on short-term deals. So if the economy dipped and startups left, WeWork was still stuck paying the rent. It was a time bomb, and the numbers were terrifying. In 2018, WeWork made $1.8 billion, but lost $1.9 billion. Think about that. For every single dollar it earned, it was losing more than $1. The more it grew, the more money it burned. Question for you. WeWork was valued at $47 billion, but what business was it really in? Comment your answer, then keep watching to find out. So where did all the money go? Into the dream and the lifestyle, private jets, wild parties. At his most extreme, the founder was spending $100 million a week. But here's the twist that broke everything. He was about to take the company public, and that's when the world finally looked under the hood. To go public, a company must reveal its financial documents to the world. And when WeWork opened its books in 2019, investors were horrified. The losses were massive, and the document was full of bizarre red flags nobody expected. And what red flags they were. The founder had personally bought the trademark to the word "we", then sold it back to his own company for nearly $6 million. He'd taken huge loans against company stock. He even had the power to name his own family as successors. This wasn't a company, it was a kingdom. Within days, the dream shattered. Investors who once worshipped the founder now saw the truth. A company losing billions, run like one man's personal playground. The $47 billion valuation crumbled, crashing below $10 billion almost overnight. Quiz. Quick one. How fast did WeWork crash from a $47 billion valuation toward bankruptcy? Drop your guess in the comments. The plan to go public collapsed completely. The IPO was canceled. The company was suddenly running out of cash and weeks away from total bankruptcy. The dream was over. Now, someone had to clean up the mess. Under massive pressure, the board finally did what it should have done years earlier. They forced the founder to step down as CEO. The man who built the empire was pushed out of his own kingdom. But here's the part that makes people furious. While 12,000 employees lost their jobs and investors lost billions, the founder walked away with a fortune. Hundreds of millions in cash and stock. He failed completely and still left a billionaire. How is that fair? WeWork limped on for a few more years under new leadership, but the damage was done. In 2023, the company that was once worth $47 billion finally filed for bankruptcy. The fantasy was officially dead. So what really happened here? WeWork proved one dangerous truth. A good story can fool the smartest investors in the world. The founder didn't sell a product, he sold a feeling. And as long as the money flowed, nobody asked the boring question that mattered most. Does this business actually make money? And if this feels familiar, it should. Theranos sold a dream with no working product. Nokia got too comfortable to change. WeWork sold a feeling instead of a business. The pattern is always the same. When belief replaces proof, even billions of dollars can vanish into thin air. Last question, and it's the big one. According to this story, what really destroyed WeWork? Comment your answer. WeWork sold the world a $47 billion dream built on nothing but charisma. If you enjoyed this story, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, was the founder a genius, a fraud, or just a dreamer who went too far? And subscribe, because next week I'm telling the story of how Kodak invented the digital camera, then destroyed itself trying to bury it. You won't want to miss it. See you there.